Here is my intro slide to a formula by Con Herbs called Quiet Calm that helps to nourish and balance the nervous system and the organs and the energies of the body to create the effect of someone feeling calmer and being able to focus. It is not a sedative, and it is safe for young children to use, and adults can use it at a larger dose as well. Here I have a photo of a turtle swimming through water to represent energy moving through the body. So from the perspective of Chinese medicine, we look at all the organs in the body, and they have channels in the body. So the organ is not just in the space of the organ, but it's actually throughout the arms and legs, and that's how the acupuncture points work. And then the herbs work by actually changing the chemistry of the blood. So I look at a lot of the formulas like this formula as a tonic that actually tonifies the blood to make the blood be more energetically and nutritionally what it's supposed to be. And that feeds the nervous system and the cells and the organs of the body. So you can actually adjust that by nourishing it. And then a lot of the herbs in this formula also regulate energies of the organs to create the effect of feeling calmer and being able to focus naturally. This formula is safe for both adults and children to use, and it can be ordered through our full script store. We have a 2-ounce bottle available for sale through our store. This formula is really useful to give to children who are having ADHD symptoms at school, where they're having a difficult time focusing or speaking out or staying calm and relaxing. And it can also be used to help with insomnia and otherwise just to help calm an agitated child or adult. There is one contraindication: to be mindful of its use with any other sedative type medications. That being said, it should be noted that Quiet Calm formula is not a sedative. I'm going to now go over the slides to explain how it's affecting the body's organs and elements, basically what the body is made up of from a Chinese medicine perspective. So the formula is designed to affect the body in a particular way that gives the end effect of the person feeling more relaxed and being able to focus. But it is non-habit forming, and it's actually helping the organs be healthier and be more balanced, which is great for longevity of health and just overall, organ balance functions for life. So it's a wonderful product in terms of that it has no side effects and actually leaves the body better off from its use. Like I said, you can order it through our store. There should be a link in the comments below. When I was a student in my master's program studying acupuncture and Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, we would study case studies of people, and we would have to understand what the treatment principles were according to what the disharmony of the organs was. So essentially, we would have to label the health issues with particular terms. So these are the terms from our treatment principles. So if there's heat, then the treatment principle is to clear heat. There can be full heat, as in dampness that's, combining with heat, or there can be empty heat, which is basically the body is too dry of yin, and that's creating heat, or there can be both. And also another treatment principle here is to dispel phlegm. So phlegm is basically like snot. If you think of if you blow out a yellow sticky booger, as opposed to, just clear snot coming out of your nose. So when it's more congealed and sticky and a darker color, that's more like phlegm. And it can affect the heart and the mind inside the body, and it has to do with the relationship between the digestive system and our heart and our mind. So so one of the things that this formula does is it also dispels phlegm. So it's actually helping the body get rid of phlegm in the body, which could be affecting the person's ability to relax and focus. So then the next treatment principle is to focus the mind. So in Chinese medicine, we understand how the organs affect the mind. And so if the person's having particular symptoms, we would consider that in terms of the organs. So in this case, it has to do with the heart, and we're going to talk about that as well. So another treatment principle is that it elevates the spirit. So this is kind of a deeper level of Chinese medicine where you would come to see that through changing the tissues and qualities of the body and affecting the energies of the organs and changing the directions of certain energies, that you end up with an effect of feeling more calmer and focused by regulating the body. So that's how it's elevating the spirit. It's like there's a spiritual aspect, an energetic aspect, which is an outcome of this. So this formula is said to reconcile the relationship between the kidney, the liver, and the heart, and it nurtures the brain and the marrow. So that is the treatment principle from Chinese medicine. So there is a relationship already between the kidney, liver, and heart. And if they're in disharmony, someone would be not being able to relax and focus. So the formula is reconciling the relationship between those organs. And it's also nurturing the brain and the marrow, which marrow is what creates blood in the body. So that's what creates energy. So we can see that it is reconciling and nurturing. By nourishing the functions of the nervous system, Quiet Calm supports children and adults in cultivating their self-regulating capacities and maintaining their emotional equilibrium. So this is indicated for children that are having trouble self-regulating their emotions and maintaining their own emotional equilibrium. So from the perspective of Chinese medicine, all of the organ and health, emotional, psychological disharmonies are seen in terms of the elements. And also from a perspective of yin-yang theory. And so from the perspective of yin-yang theory, there should actually be a balance of hot and cold. So if you have too much heat and too much symptoms of heat, then you would try to figure out what type of heat you have and try to clear that heat out of the body. And that comes up in different ways. So some of the herbs in the Quiet Calm by Con Herbs formula are dry fried sour jujube seed. So this is basically a date seed that has been fried. Also polygala root, Polygonum mulliform stem, lotus seed, silk tree bark and flower, amber resin, and poria with wood root to soothe the mind and spirit. So I know that the poria in particular releases the dampness from the body, and that dampness is what condenses and causes phlegm and obstructs the heart, and the heart houses the mind from a perspective of Chinese medicine. So these herbs stabilize the mind and the hun. The hun is the part of our spiritual energy, our soul, that stays in our liver. I think it could be akin to glycogen from a Western perspective, which is sugar stored in your liver as a form of energy, which helps you deal with stress. And also B vitamins help us deal with stress as well. So also this formula clarifies the senses, and it does so by clearing heat and phlegm from the upper orifices. So it also has gamber stem, branch, and twig, gastrodidia rhizome, silkworm, and gardenia fruit, which subdue liver yang and internal wind. So when we have a liver yang that's rising in the body, and when it gets out of balance and empty, like we don't have enough blood, or there's just too much rising heat in our body because there's not enough yin to anchor it, then we get a pattern called liver yang rising. And so a lot of feeling irritable is actually liver yang rising. It's akin to essentially a high blood pressure. So these herbs help to subdue that liver yang and internal wind. Also clearing heat and allow occasional irritability, tension, and restlessness. The formula also has lily bulb, Anemarina rhizome, and Sisandra fruit, which clear deficiency heat, so that dry, empty heat, this is helping that as well, by replenishing and consolidating moisture and restoring stability of qi and shen. So in this case, it's basically creating some moisture in the soil so the plant of everything that's growing of the body can grow healthily, and then all of the energies can be balanced. Therefore, the person can be focused and feeling relaxed. Here we're going to touch upon the treatment principle of dispelling phlegm. The herbs in this formula that are more specific to the helping of eliminating dampness, which is too much moisture staying inside the body, and phlegm, which is that stickiness of that staying and obstructing the body. They have red tangerine peel and Chinese licorice root and rhizome, which aid in the digestion and harmonization of the herbal ingredients. This is very common in Chinese medicine herbal formulas, that it's basically like a dish of food that is sending nutrients to your nerves or to your organ, or changing, the direction of these energies. But in this case, these herbs are harmonizers, and they're used to make sure that your body can digest the other ingredients, because the other ingredients are very nourishing. So these ingredients tonify your stomach qi, which basically makes your stomach work better, and prevents stagnation due to the excessive accumulation of moisture or retention of dampness. So since the formula is very nourishing, it's making sure that you can digest it, but in doing that, it's actually helping, your digestion overall as well, while it's helping you feel calmer and being able to focus. So another treatment principle, according to Chinese medicine, that quiet, calm by Kan herbs is addressing, is it helps to focus the mind. Quiet, calm assists children and adults in cultivating their self-regulating capacities and maintaining their emotional equilibrium. So it cultivates the part of us as human beings that allows us to be able to regulate ourselves emotionally and maintain an emotional equilibrium. The herbs that are in particular helping with that is wild jujube seed decoction, Xuan, Zhao, Ren, Tang, for allaying occasional agitation, insomnia, and anxiety, plus Gastridia Uncaria decoction, Tian Ma Gu Ten Yin, for relieving occasional nervousness and reducing tension. Another treatment being addressed by the Con Herbs Quiet Calm formula is that it elevates the spirit. In this case, it soothes the nerves, it relaxes the liver, it tames the mind, the hun, which is the spirit, the part of our soul of the liver, and it quiets the heart, enfolding the mind and spirit while subduing the uprising of liver yang, also known as the stirring of internal wind. And this helps to elevate the spirit. Quiet Calm by Con Herbs reconciles the relationship between the kidneys, the liver, and the heart, and it nurtures the brain and the marrow. By nourishing the functions of the nervous system, Quiet Calm supports children and adults in cultivating their self-regulating capacities and maintaining their emotional equilibrium. Although it should be monitored closely with combining with over-the-counter prescription medications, and anyone using this formula should be consulting with healthcare practitioners in its use, either your child's pediatrician, or it's a good idea to find a local acupuncturist that you can receive Shonishin treatment for children or acupuncture for adults, which works synergistically with this formula. These educational videos are made to educate the public about Chinese medicine formulas that can help symptoms that they have. It's not meant to diagnose and prescribe in particular to any particular person. It's merely meant for educational purposes. We do create an opportunity for you to buy the formula to help to create more videos like these that we can educate the public about these formulas. So it's a non-profit to help bring this type of knowledge to the public. The full script store can be found in the link in the comments below, or you can type into your web browser our website address and find the store through our website. The website is www.boulderholistichealth.com. That's BOULDERHOLISTICHEALTH.com. By treating what Western psychologists and doctors refer to as ADHD through nourishing the nervous system and regulating and balancing the energies of the organs, in my opinion, it's clear to see that modern people have this type of imbalance and they are just labeling it with that term. I personally am not interested in the stigmatization and the boundaries of these concepts. Because if you can change the nature of the symptom, then the problem goes away as long as the symptom's not present. Therefore, there's only a constant disharmony that needs to be regulated. There's not a permanent situation that needs to be medicated. Blessings and love.